Packdoll Terror, my god. You are a fun toy to play with. Good game, opponent. Hello, beautiful people. I am Supreme Verdicts, a practicing attorney by day and a magic strategist by night. After a long day working on the rule of law, I come home to master the laws of magic. Today we're going to be jumping into another quick draft to get things moving along, as Aetherdrift is quite the slow format. And looks like we have one of the few draws that gets you into a white deck. I don't know if Basri exactly pulls me into white, but I've yet to really play a lot in this color. We had one Azorius deck. I think it's a lot of fun. Autarch Mammoth is here. Also, fantastic card. Dracosaur Auxiliary is pretty good. Ranger's Refueler is great too. But I like the idea of going for Basri, maybe trying to wheel the Gallon Strike. Let's try something new out. Format's almost done. I think this is a great opportunity to have a little bit of fun. Locust Spray is decent. Marauding Mako can be good. Plowthrough is medium. Packdoll Terror is great. And I do like Packdoll Terror. Another deck that we haven't really gotten to play yet on the channel. So we'll grab that. Of course, they're trying to give me trying to throw me off track with an Elvish Refueler here. Third pick. Broadside Barrage, also a great card. We'll stick with another Packdoll Terror. See what we can put together. Haunted Hellride. This one's alright. I haven't actually looked at it too deeply. Whenever you attack, target creature gets +1/+0, gains Death Touch until end of turn, untap it. Seems fine if we're going into this kind of Dimir Artifacts deck. Tarion, also great. Skycrash can be good. Grim Bauble or Keen Buccaneer, we would love to pick up on the wheel here. Excuse me. Pardon me, folks. Early in the morning, gotta clear my throat before we continue. Reckless Velocitor I've seen do some work, but I don't think it's actually worth picking up in any way. That being said, the bounce off here is not bad, although I think we stick with the Scrap Compactor because we're not necessarily in blue-white, or in blue-black. Notably, none of these white cards are really strong enough to continue our pull into white with Basri. That's an important feature as to what feature. One of the reasons why white is not particularly good in this set is just Swiftwing Assailant is one of the better white cards, and just it doesn't do great here. But Dune Drifter is a really good pickup. If we do go into white-black, this card is just all around solid. Reanimator spell. Here we see another Swiftwing Assailant, which is fine in a black-white kind of speed deck. Certainly better than Chitin Gravestalker. Ripclaw Wrangler is not great. So I think we'll go for the Swiftwing Assailant here. Although we're getting right around to our wheels. Let's see what comes back. Wow, that's a late crash and burn. Roverblades is fine. I like the Siphon Fuel if we're continuing down our black path. Streaking Oil Gorger also not bad if we're going into the white-black kind of what's called speed deck. Dracosaur Auxiliary makes the wheel. I don't know how the quick draft algorithm works, to be completely honest. I really like Bounce Off as a card, but we have 3 decent white cards, so let's go for the Lotus Guard Disciple, because that one can also push some damage. I think this was the pack that we were supposed to see some of our black cards returning. Doesn't look like that's the case here. None of these are particularly good, so we'll just grab the Mako. Locust Spray is fine. Chance we play it. Oh wow, sad. We're not getting back anything that we wanted. I don't really think we're going to be playing an Interface 8s. We take the Walking Sarcophagus there specifically because it's an artifact, and we're trying to do the Packdoll Terror thing at the moment. Which, Stock Up is a great card. Back on Track can be really good. Maiden Up Night Mangler's fine. Wreckage Wicker Folk. The question is, are we going for a white-black value deck or blue-black artifacts? For blue-black artifacts, well, Packdoll Terror is the best card, certainly. But Stock Up is just such a fantastic card draw spell. I really want the Back on Track too, just so that we can then get back a Packdoll Terror. I think it's better. Just grab another Packdoll Terror. and we're just going to be a Pact Altera deck. I think that's fine. Transit Mage doesn't currently tutor for anything. Wretched Doll, though, is nice. Another Midnight Mangler here. Voyage Glide car is fine. I'm not a big fan of this. I really wasn't. I think it's just the worst version of that 1/1 in Standard. I really like that card from Ixalan. We'll keep going with our kind of... Yeah, sorry, the Gallon Strike was what we were hoping would have wheeled. But here we have Maximum Overdrive, Gallon Strike, Scoured Barrens, and a Thopter Fabricator. Wow, that is a really good card. We don't have good ways of drawing a second card each turn, though. That's always been my issue with that card. It's just not powerful enough. Notably, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 total white cards, so we can just go with blue here. Speculate. I think that's the right thing to do. This is just such a powerful card. If we pick up any kind of effects like that, we're going to want to continue going into that direction. Wreckage Wickerfolk there, but Diversion Unit is a good blue card. Again, hoping that the Wreckage Wickerfolks will wheel. Raid the Helm is fine, but we're going to go for another Pack Doll. Raid the Helm's okay. It's a lot better in cycling decks, just so you have a buyout clause for it. And it looks like we are going to be going into blue-black, which is fun because we haven't actually built that deck yet. I'm really excited for this. Is Kael'Lorna any good? I love her. I think she's so fun. She's an 08 for 2. That's everything I want to do in a game of Magic. But I don't know if that's actually worth it. It might be better to have a Deathless Pilot. That can't be accurate. Ranger Scoreboard also can't be true. Are we... I think this is the kind of deck that doesn't mind a Kael'Lorna. We don't have a lot of flyers, which is rough, but we're going to want to be attacking on the ground with the Pact Alteras. Having Kael'Lorna up might actually be beneficial. Nice, there's the back on track for us. This isn't even the wheeled one, so we might still get one back. Gearseeker Serpent, do we have enough artifacts? We have 11, that's a lot. I just don't think this is that good of a card in this format. I think it's okay. I'm just not particularly high on it. We'll get that Midnight Mangler, made the wheel. The Engine Rat also has a strong consideration. I just think it's better to go with the artifact synergies because we have 4 of Pact Alteras. At this point, our deck can consistently get a Pact Altera pretty much every game, which makes me inclined to go for the Ticket Tortoise over the Spectral Interference. I know, I agree. It's a little crazy. But we don't currently have a lot of interaction, so I'm not sure if... or a lot of instant speed, anything. We have Basri. We have Locust Spray. I don't even know if we're playing Basri at this point. We would need a white to cast and then a white to activate. It's doable. Especially if we're trying to splash for Dunedrifter too. I do think Ticket Tortoise is better. Because what if we can pick up Haunt the Network? Then we're just going to want the Ticket Tortoise, we're going to want the treasure it comes with. I know I was talking about getting some of those tricks, but at this point I think we go for a nice little top-end play. None of these are really playable for us, so we'll go ahead and grab the Raceway just in case. Skybox Fairies, probably not going to make the cut, but you never know. Haunt the Network. Tease me, why don't you? Thundering Broodwagon. Such a good card. There is Grim Bauble here, and I think that's important for this deck. We are sorely lacking removal at the moment. We have 2 Siphon Fuels and a Scrap Compactor and our Locust Spray. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and grab a Grim Bauble. Does everything our deck wants to. Hopefully Flood the Engine will make it back, or we can take the Maximum Overdrive. Don't mind that. We are looking as well for some fixing at the moment. Far Fortune End Boss is such a good card. Ride's End is a great card, and honestly, if we're able to splash white, we could splash for Ride's End, as opposed to pick up another Siphon Fuel. I think that's worth it, as we now look for additional fixing. Let's grab that. Another back on track? Is that crazy? We don't have a lot of ways to mill, but I don't think it's bad. I do love Spell Pierce. I think a one of Spell Pierce can be really fun. I don't think it's right for this deck. I think the second back on track. How many creatures do we have? This is the nice part about yeah, 11 creatures. Maybe we go for Glitch Ghost Surveyor. The nice part about a quick draft, you can really take your time to analyze and then just speed through the picks that you are locked in for. We need removal in this deck, and we don't really need early plays, but we do need more threes to kind of tie over into Pact Altair. We have a lot of top end. A lot of top end. It might be correct here to grab the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. I like back on track better. That's my whole reason for that. So I know I was saying we need more removal, I just don't think we need more Siphon Fuels. Bounce Off is going to do a lot better here to reset us. We are actively looking for white fixing. We cannot seem to find it for the life of us. There is a Glitch Ghost Surveyor. I'm sorry, I was talking about Adrenaline Jockey earlier when I saw the Reckless Velocitar. This card is fine. When you cast a spell inside your turn, it deals 4 damage to them. Good against certain decks, and when you activate exhaust abilities, it gets bigger. Wow, Fang Guardian, Hazard of the Dunes, Beast Rider Vanguard, pick 5. I don't know how this algorithm works for the life of me. But we'll grab the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. Ugh, another Dune Drifter, which I'd love to have, but we don't have removal right now. So we'll grab the Spin Out, which is a really good late pick. Risen Necro Regent. There's a Hull Drifter. Do we have any ways of starting our engine early? We have that land in our sideboard. But that's it. So I think Hull Drifter is going to make the cut here. Draws us a couple extra cards for Thopter Foundry. Hellish Sideswipe is decent. So is Mutant Surveyor. I like Mutant Surveyor a lot more than I like what's her face? Glitch Ghost Surveyor, but I think Hellish Sideswipe, because we were saying we at least were lacking removal. It's one of the reasons we needed that white fixing. I think we go for the trick here now. We're at 12 creatures. We do have the Walking Sarcophagi. That is a way to start our engines. We have ways to reanimate things. Let's go for Sarcophagus. Wow. Okay. Sure, one more Siphon Fuel. I guess here we go for the Wrangler, just because it's an artifact. Take a Tortoise, artifact. And sure, Skybox Fairy. Cool. The deck kind of came together. No Haunt the Network, which is really sad. I have no clue how these metrics work. Maybe the pod didn't have one, but not getting one is unfortunate. A lot of playables here. Tons of options. Fortunately, Bastry, I don't think you make the cut. Just not in line with what the deck is looking to do. The Ride's End also is not looking good, although the Dune Drifter does look pretty solid. We are an expensive top-endy deck. I don't think Ripclaw Wrangler is going to make it either. We still have to make... Jeez, it's a lot of cuts. Hellish Sideswipe, we can sacrifice an artifact, which is pretty nice. Okay, maybe we cut the Dune Drifter just so we don't have to think about splashing. We did not pick up any fixing whatsoever. It would have been a powerful addition to the deck, but it's just not one that we can really afford right now. Yeah, a little light on creatures, but I think it's okay. Let's get rid of the Locust Spray. It's not an artifact. I think we're going to be cutting a couple of these. Funny enough, after I picked them so highly. I want to go down on... I mean, we're lacking 3 drops. We don't actually need to start our engines. And we are a defensive deck. Let's cut a Sarcophagus. Let's cut a Back on Track. Cut a Siphon Fuel. Cut a Ripclaw. Go like this. 16 lands? Can't be right. Cut Kaelorna. 17 lands. We have a bunch of, we just need to get our Pact Altars with 11 creatures. 11 creatures is rough. 11 creatures is rough. How many artifacts do we have? Is Gear Seeker at all worth it? 15 artifacts? 15 artifacts, and it starts to get, it's too blue for a 5/6. Let's ship it. Let's see how this goes. We can always come back in, add in Kaelorna as we need. I don't think we're playing a Vishkar Raceway. I guess we will get to max speed fairly quickly. We're split 12 and 8. We have an 8 and 9 right now. No, good mana. Let's prioritize just hitting our lands, getting it good. This is the deck. This is what we're going to go with. We can always change it up if we need to. I think it's smart to have better fixing. I think it's good to kind of prioritize our removal and lean on our Pact Altars to win out the game by having a majority artifacts otherwise. A little bit of tricks for when we need them. All in all, I think this deck is lacking a couple of the key tie the room together cards, such as Haunt the Network, but with 4 Pact Altars, I just don't see where we can go wrong. I think the verdict for this deck is going to end up being overall well, but let's find out in some games. Appropriate for our Artifacts deck to be playing up against Cyborg. This is a bad hand. This is a bad hand. We're going to mulligan. We need something a little bit earlier to do. Significantly better. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we ship the Scrap Compactor. This will be a lot stronger if we can... Hello, Cyborg. Ah, they have the 1. Well, shoot, maybe we should have kept. But yeah, exactly. This is great. We can curve out 2, 3, 4. Wow. Oh, I'll block. Do it. Of course, now we're only drawing lands. Should have shipped a land, of course. That's how it goes. They mill. Love to see that one gone. Opponent was a little hasty there and did it before combat. Lower that audio bit. Keep pet. Alright, opponent, you've got 4 mana available to you. You ramped. What you gonna do? Currently not a lot of pressure, which is nice because we don't have much action. Let's go ahead and attack. See if opponent wants to take that action. They do not. And Pact Altar. I think our next 3 best draws will be Pact Altar into Pact Altar into Pact Altar, or a Hull Drifter into 2 Pact Altars. Yeah, if I had to draw it up, I think Hull Drifter would be the next draw, and then that would draw us a Pact Altar and a bounce off for some kind of interaction. Yeah, opponent, swing in your 1. There's no ninjutsu. Is there ninjutsu? Was Kaido this set? The last set? I don't remember. Camera launcher. They can make another 1/1 if they would like. Alright, we are racing. And we drew one of our worst top decks. Just another land. Opponent mills a Tarion. Wow. Fang Druid Summoner and Tarion in one deck. The Kaelorna too. Opponent's brewing over here. That's really fun. It's a shame they milled the Fang Druid Summoner. Maybe they have a second one. If they do, that might be a consideration to not exile the Tarion for mana. Oh yeah, they were trying to see if we had priority. We do not. This they can activate to draw a card and discard a card. They do not have the 3 mana currently necessary. So we'll go ahead and attack with Glitch Ghost Surveyor. And let's go ahead and play another Pack Voltaire. Oh. Spectral Interference. That hurts. That really hurts. I really thought they were just going to activate the Buccaneer. Okay. Opponent is playing some kind of interaction. They're still not doing great though. I mean, they have a significantly better board, but it's not an aggressive board. Those Buccaneers will get irritating. That's not bad. They do have the 3 mana. I'm okay with this. I think this is also fine. Well, no, it's not. We'll stay aggressive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll hold. We do have some things. This might punish us. With that resolve, that's terrifying. That would have been a good reason to hold the bounce off. But alas. But this works. They can trade the Hazard of the Dunes with this if they want. We don't mind. I mean, that works for us. It's so much mana. Okay. They don't seem to have any kind of ways to make us discard. We are currently looking for... Yeah, back on track would be unfortunate, but we have the Pack Doll. We wouldn't want the Glitch Ghost Surveyor anyway. So I'm glad we were able to cycle that to a degree. Oh man, we are low on cards, but so is opponent. It feels so bad with them having various exhaust abilities while we're just kind of twiddling our thumbs. I guess opponent just doesn't have a lot of reach in their deck. Well, let's play this. Lose life. Draw a couple. Nice. I think we're going to want the Wretched Doll here. Now, we could attack with the Haunted Hellride. It's too easy for them to just trade it with the Camera Launcher. So we'll go ahead and pass. I think from here we'll start crewing the Hull Drifter with the Sarcophagus. Get in for a little bit of damage. The issue is when they start getting aggressive, which I'm sure will happen any second now. Hate to see the stock up. It's such a strong card. It's made its way into all sorts of formats. Pioneer, the Arena Championships, I think are going on today, funny enough. Check out Kenji Egashira, he's playing it. He's playing a Azorius control deck with a few stock ups. And that's in Pioneer/Explorer. Probably Izzet Phoenix deck is also playing it, I'd imagine. It's just really efficient. They're a little bit more cantrippy, but who knows. Alright, opponent, you have a lot of pressure on the board. You can really start taking things down. Question is, do they start attacking? Yeah. They're saddling the Alacrian Jaguar. So let's do some math. They can attack here. It's 5/5 or 6/6? I don't remember. We can deal 4 back to them in the air. I think we take 6. Ow. Am I gonna surveil right here? Probably. It's just too important for us to get something good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this does not make us treasure even. A kill spell, I think, would be best. They also have removal. Jeez, opponent. Give me a break. Unfortunately, I think we need to do this just to draw anything. And we might just lose this game. Well, that hurts. I don't think we can attack now. Right? If we attack with the 4 in the air, it does untap the Hull Drifter. Then they can attack back for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. And then we'd be able to attack back for a bit more. Okay, let's try it. Oh, I can give this any creature to untap it? I should have done the Wretched Doll. Okay. I should have done the Wretched Doll. Oh, that was a misplay. Because that would have still done 3 to them. They would have gone to 7. It's still a 2-turn clock, regardless. Unless they have a big, like, board buffer, we're okay. That hurts. But it's not the end of the world. Again, we need something good. Okay, Haunted Hellride works for any creature, target creature. That's nice. I think we gotta start trading off. Right? Unless we can eke out some kind of, I don't think we can eke out a victory necessarily. We can deal 3, 4 to them next turn. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was a punt. That was a punt. That was a punt. The Elvish Refueler. It got me. Oh, that was embarrassing. If it helps at all, it is currently 6:20 in the morning, and I forgot to even Wretched Doll. Okay, okay, okay. I am a little out of it. Working on it. Now they have another Thopter. Okay. Huge punt right there. Yeah. They had a second Fanged Root. Okay, opponent's deck is also really good. They can just Elvish Refueler to get the camera launcher to continuously upgrade. So we're kind of dead no matter what. Very much a damned if we do, damned if we don't situation. With the Pact Altera offline, there's not much we can do. Well, that's pretty rough. Opponent started to do some math. I think we're just dead. We gain 2 life, so we go up to 8, 9. We can take the hit. 1, 2. Just can't really do much here. Yeah, I don't think we have any way to make our creatures bigger. Excuse me. I mean, it's a big creature, but that doesn't win the game for us. There doesn't seem to be anything I can think of. Another Siphon Fuel might have been helpful just to survive. Doesn't matter, we were dead anyway. Oh, that was atrocious. That was atrocious. Okay, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go make a cup of coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologize for my gameplay last game. I now have my coffee, as you can see, and I will strive to do better. Good news, opponents playing white. They either have some absolutely busted cards, or they got to platinum just by luck. Shh. Darn, it's the former. Tension Chariot, one of the better cards in white. I'm a big fan, we've played it a few times on the show. Interface Ace goes well with the mistake to... No, we don't have to spin out. Interface Ace goes well with the Crested Sunmare, as well as that like 6/10 that brings back artifacts from the graveyard, which might be what their deck is, now that we see an artifact in their graveyard. Free white. They haven't added to the board much. Do we just stop their Fabricator? Stop their Fabricator, next turn we can Walking Sarcophagus and attack. Or Pact Altera and attack, if we top deck it. White-red. Okay, they might have removal. That's a really cool mountain. I love that. Godzilla. Super sick. Opponent has good taste in lands. Oh, terrifying. Okay. Mounts and vehicles you control have haste. Whenever a mount you control enters, it becomes saddled. Whenever a vehicle you control enters, it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Strong. Oh, it's like I drew it up. I think we're going to attack. They do have 2 mana up. This could be the exile. If it is, I'll be sad, but it's not like we have the land right now. Ride's End. Classic. They chose to Ride's End the Thopter Fabricator over the Pact Altera, notably. Maybe I should have played around that. We saw it. I just don't know how much it'll matter. Okay, it gets saddled. Nice. That'll become a 4/4. Hard to block it right now. And the next turn, Interface Ace will be able to saddle it too. It'll be a 5/5. That is strong. Missing land. Don't like that. Yeah, I guess last turn would have been good to not attack, knowing that they had the 2 mana up. It would have forced them to play more carefully the turn prior. Okay, okay. We are quickly losing opportunities for this siphon fuel to be helpful. Really need to top deck the land. They are out of cards. No matter what, we lose. Oh, I guess we can lose 1 or 2 creatures, but then we would keep the Pact Altair. Is that what we want? I think that's what we want. Oh, because we can lose Pact Altair and Sarcophagus though this way. Shoot. I saw it immediately. Alright, we're still not with it. We might need to revisit this deck. I mean, no, we gotta do this now. We're doing that now, yeah. Holding up Siphon Fuel's cute, but they are top decking. We need to be adding to the board as much as possible right now. This is our chance to turn things around. They've stalled out until they draw some kind of reanimator spell for their Detention Chariot or Right Field Mustang. Their Colodin, or just something ridiculous with Colodin. We're in a good spot, as they have a bunch of things that are good for crewing, but nothing to crew. Then again, whatever they drew, they're thinking long and hard about. It might be a land, and it might be that they're just trying to figure it out. Let's go ahead for the Hull Drifter. I think we're going to keep Bounce Off up versus the Grim Bauble. Great. No attacks. Next we can Terror into Tortoise. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, looks like we stabilized. Some misplays there, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Fortunately, it's not blue land, but we do what we can. We'll go and attack. Doesn't seem like they have the Ride's End, which is nice. We have 2 removal spells in hand. We've gained a bunch of life. Okay, we're hanging in there. Barely, but we're hanging in there. Opponent now has 2 cards in hand. We have achieved max speed. Doesn't matter too much, but that's rough. 4 damage to each creature. Okay. And they'll get to keep their Colodin. Ow. Okay, opponent. You know, gotta keep in mind the board wipe. Two mana, still. There's a chance they have another removal spell, but with 1 card now in hand, having seen them play out, I think it's worth. There is Stick. Could be a light shield parry, but nope, just a cycler. Yeah, I don't think people play light shield parry. Okay. Opponent's trying to race. I don't know if that's going to work as well for them. Let's see what they have. We're in a commanding position, having not done super well to begin with. Yeah, yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8. Excuse me. I guess on cast we could have funny enough, if we kill the Colodon now, they will not be able to attack. So let's shame. So we would take 5 no matter what. I guess let's just kill that. But then they could just tap that to make an artifact creature. So they'd still have the blocker, but we could then make it unblockable. Vehicles, man. Oy. Yeah, this deck is lacking a little bit. We're missing some early plays with creatures and such. Just don't think we can keep that. Much better. Much better. We gotta get rid of the Siphon Fuel though. Oh my. Opponent might mulligan again, which is exciting. Hopefully they do. I will say, I am going to miss Aetherdrift when it's all said and done. I think this was an excellent set mechanically. I don't like the vehicles necessarily. Not a huge fan of them, but I have learned to respect them from this set. The whole crewing at instant speed and then having it behind, it really does change the math for combat significantly in a way I didn't think. I had to like recheck myself. That and the idea of racing, just trying to calculate how much damage the opponent has, because all of a sudden they have effectively a haste creature if they top deck any kind of creature that can crew it, which is just a whole other level to the math that was never really on my radar. Hey, I've heard that's a good card. I've heard that's a good card. Okay. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I do think we just need to add to the board here, though. As much as I would like to hold up Bounce Off. Which is unfortunate. Mono blue so far, though. There we go. That's rough. What do you have, opponent? Yeah. Sounds about right. Crew and attack for 4. Ouch. I mean, they'll hit us back for 7 potentially. See, here's the question. Do they have the Hull Drifter? If so, we should find a way to bounce off, but I think that puts us way too far behind tempo-wise. Now let's just hit in for 2. We could attack for 3 right there. I want to have the double block for Pact Altera though. Okay, they hit their land like nothing. Do they have the Hull Drifter? The Mirror. The Mirror, and they got to go first. So rough. Ow. Okay, opponent. Just crew an attack. Yeah, that works. Ouch. Alright, they have spin out mana up. We can Hull Drifter here. We'll be taking another 4. That's the issue. We're playing on curve, but we're still too far behind. We Hull Drifter here, they kill the Packed Altair in response. We crew Midnight Mangler and attack with Mangler. They trade off. And then they attack us next turn with the 4/4 again. I think it's just our only option. Holding up interaction is nice and all, but oh, nice. And we also hit max speed. Now they might have maximum overdrive here, but I just don't. Oh, maybe they do. It's just not a good card in this deck. Okay. Opponent got me. Had I waited till next turn, we could have bounced off. That's on me. We keep calling the tricks that they have, and then they actually end up having the trick. I'm just assuming people have awkward draws. But no. Everyone and their mother seems to have the right issue. That is not a great card. It is an artifact. They haven't drawn another way to draw extra cards yet. -2, -2. Ouch. Yeah. Hit me, baby, one more time. Opponent can crew the Midnight Mangler, and that's what's holding up right now. That's the issue, is we're never sure what they might have. They almost attacked there. Does that represent another maximum overdrive? Not like they have the mana for it. 1 black. Okay, well, let's Packed Altair. If we attack with Sarcophagus, they'll just block with Mangler as opposed to with Terror. Unfortunately, our Grim Bauble is not particularly good here. That's okay. We can hit in for 3, but we're a little defensive at the moment. And next turn we can destroy for 6 their Thopter Fabricator if we'd like. Let's see what they cast. Wow. The games are tough. They're challenging. There's so many options and so many instant speed interactions. It's one of the things I like, though. I like a lot of instant speed interactions. A lot of people hated Murders of Karlov Manor, but I think the whole idea of flipping in the middle of combat is interesting and adds a layer. It's one of the reasons why people loved Khans of Tarkir. We'll see. I am very excited for Tarkir Dragonstorm. That set looks so cool. It's so... I've been having such a rough time evaluating cards, which is also pretty crazy. Just... I'll look at something and just the base power of it is not particularly strong. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Are we bouncing it here? I think so. Save ourselves a couple turns. Might as well. Now we can save the Scrap Compactor for something else. To kill the Wicker Folk, maybe. forgot what I was saying about Dragon's Lord Tarkir, but we'll get there in a second. So I think here we hit for 3 in the air. Next turn they'll attack with the 4/3 on the ground potentially, the Pact Altair. What do they have 1 black mana for? I guess, again, it's still the crew. Yeah, there's just nothing good to use Scrimbobble on. It's better to save it. In any case, Tarkir Dragonstorm. They'll have like cards where it's like 4 mana for a 2/1 menace that endures 2, which on rate is either a 4/3 menace or a 2/1 menace with a 2/2 spirit, which both options are fine and decent on rate. 4/3 menace, not as much. That's effectively, that was the last game, the Ironclad card, the one that cycles for red if it weren't a vehicle, so it's a little pushed. And then the creating with the body as well is also great. But the overall issue then just kind of becomes, I can't really evaluate it because there's so many +1/+1 counter synergies and so many token synergies within the set. That card could be absolutely broken as a common, and we just don't have a great way of knowing, which I think makes for really dynamic gameplay, because I'm completely unsure as to how it might play out for that reason. Oh, that cannot crew it. Funny. Okay, let's just do the 3/3 again then. I think that's fine. We've got to start getting aggressive. This is just rotting in my hand. At some point, maybe I just play it to gain the life and to surveil. But a lot of the cards are like that, where they're deeply synergistic with Graveyard, with counters, with power. It's really been fun looking at a card and discounting it immediately. Oh, it's just not powerful enough to play in modern day limited. And then looking at it again and saying, well, I guess certain cards might not look super powerful, but if all of a sudden you put them in the right deck, they can really gain strength. Pact Altair being one that people didn't think was too strong. There were good artifacts, but just the vehicles weren't all there. Not recognizing how many other potential artifacts you can throw in, and the way you can turn removal spells. Scrimbobble everyone loved, but it's curious to see what the preview season looks like versus the actual gameplay. It's a really slow opponent. We're going to sacrifice a creature or vehicle of our choice. Let's clock for 5 in the air. We'll go ahead and kill that. I guess Midnight Mangler would have been a little better, because it's a vehicle. We are at 6. That was aggressive of me. That was aggressive of me. But I would like to trade off a bit. They're attacking. Ooh. Do I take 4 here? And then we only have a 2/2. We lose next turn. Do I take 4 here? If we top deck a removal spell, then we win. Because that's... No, we don't win. We still just have 5. 6. I think we keep this. I did not think of the immediate. I gotta stop talking. They can use this to try to gain life. Yeah, we don't have them dead to rights or anything. Well, that's not bad. I risk attacking in like this. Swing in for 5. Play a blocker. Grim Bauble. Hold on, if I swing in for 5, 6, 7, it's not lethal. And we'll get up to 4, meaning the Midnight Mangler kills us. Midnight Mangler, or if they play the Wicker Folk and hit with a 3/3. Oh man, it's been rotting in my hand. Just gotta play it out though. We need to surveil. Doesn't matter. Second attack there, but yeah. Yeah, you with your nice. We can counter a spell. They have 4 cards in hand still. Jeez, opponent. Kill me already. Ugh. Felt like we were doing decent, but they just... That maximum overdrive turn, maybe? I gotta stop playing into the tricks. Especially if I know it's there. That's fine. It's not good, but it's fine. I'm not happy about it, but whatever. They could still gain the 2 life. For to note, and it'll be 3 life. So we need a good top deck as well. For it, sure. Would have loved to have gotten aggressive. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna have to block. If they have even one more artifact, we die to the either 3/4. We'll have to block the 2/2s onto Pact Altera, and then throw the Hull Drifter under the Midnight Mangler, take 3. Hull Drifter under the Pact Altera. So then we do another Pact Altera. They'll gain 2 life. They'll gain 2 life. Sorry, if we double block the Pact Altera here, and then we throw that, we take 3, they'll gain 3 life, they'll go up to 9. We'll have our Pact Altera, we'll be able to do 6 to them. Oh, it's still not enough. And we'll have 4, and that's just not good enough. Life gain. I think we keep it. I just don't know what might be better. They might have a bounce spell here, and that kills us. I guess it would have to be a bounce spell plus a creature. Okay, instant speed, they're at 9. I guess first things first, let's do this. not quite enough. We'll go up to 2, and we're dead on board. 3. No longer dead on board. I mean, no, basically dead on board, right? Or no, because they have to crew. I guess if they can crew the Midnight Mangler. Oh my god. Off by 1 had we, if we had one other thing to cast. At least it wasn't like a blank draw. It's just so rough. Where's our removal? Is that game? 6, 5, 6. They can drain us for 2. Swinging with 2 creatures. We're still alive. Well, we might go down to 1 again. They didn't sacrifice that for life, which is curious. God, that Midnight Mangler being a 4/4 instead of a 3/3, it's been demolishing us all game. That Maximum Overdrive. Ugh, it really came back to bite us. Okay. But now they can crew the Midnight Mangler and they can just attack us with 3 creatures, and that's it. Why? I guess they're scared of the... I mean, we got a block. Is there anything we can do top deck wise? No. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Next turn they can either dome us for 4. If it was a vehicle, we get to gain stuff. I mean, we're just dead. But let's see if our opponent has figured that out yet. I mean, if they just swing out, we have to block what, the Howler's Heavy, and then they can just drain us for 2. That's game. Or they could just do that. There it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe we do need a splash for more removal. We might just need more creatures. We might just need more creatures. Let's take a look. The deck is lacking on just some early creatures. Part of the issue... I mean, we didn't draw a single Siphon Fuel that game. But also, what do we do against, like, big green monsters, you know? Just aren't too many options. So I think we get rid of Gear Seeker. I think we add in 1 more Siphon Fuel. Hit our land drops, cast our removal spells. We're 2-1. We're not doing well. Great, we go first. We don't have blue. We've had to mulligan 3 games now for our early game plays. We have early game plays, we just don't have the colors. Can't keep that. Okay, it's better. Let's toss the land. Scrap Compactor. There's no good creatures, but we have some interaction. They'll hopefully keep us alive a little bit. At least a little bit. As we draw the lands we need, but none of the early plays. Oh. Opponent ran to their end step. Did they accidentally pass? They accidentally passed the turn. Good game! They're scared of the Supreme Verdict. I'm embarrassed to say, but we take those. We take those. Opponent's gonna accidentally pass their turn and then concede? Yeah, I'll take that. Especially on a mulligan game, for sure. Alright, this hand's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. We have Terror. We have lands to cast Terror. Opponent hasn't done anything for the first 2 turns. Sand's great. Such a fun card art too. A lot of the art here is hit or miss, personally, but some of it's kind of crazy looking. We'll start our engines. Do we want to hit for 3? I think we're going to be a little aggressive. Nice. Opponent took the trade. Does that mean they have... I mean, maybe. I don't know. Pact Altair. Speed go up. No attacks. Yeah, attack me with your Adrenaline Jockey. Gotta keep in mind that it can get bigger. I mean, again, I think we take this trade. We're buying time. I think here we're going to want to be pressuring our opponent. They just haven't been playing much. So we have this fantastic option to pressure them. Next turn we'll want... Oh, Grixis. Okay, that's interesting. Whenever you attack, they can untap a creature. That's fun. I guess first things first. No, let's play this. They have 2 mana. This is gonna start hurting. Let's be aggressive. 2 mana. Keep in mind, the crew is what could be holding priority here. We could take 6, 7 back, but I think that's okay. We put them down to 6. Ray Ra. More like Luzar. Doesn't really rhyme. We are at max speed, which is not at all notable because we have, what, 2 speed cards in the whole deck? We've hit max speed pretty much every game. These Pact Altairs put in the work. That's not bad. We still only are going to be taking 7. And then it turns on their lifelink. And then we kill this. So now here's the issue, is where I think we still kill this because it has lifelink, but they'll still have the 2 blockers. Oh man, but I can also just do this. Swing for 4. That does put them far behind, but this might just be better. Get rid of their lifelink. We take it a little slower. They can crew. That's fine. We're just gonna hit in the air. For 4. They're still on a 2-turn clock. And then we have the 2 Pact Altairs, so a single artifact. They are dead too. There we go. Okay, now we're getting in the mindset. The chess game aspect of this. Alright, check, opponent. You are at 2 life. We have 2 Pact Altairs. 1 artifact kills you. We have a flyer that you can't block. And we have 2 creatures to your 1 creature on the ground. When this enters, for each, destroy up to 1 target creature. Okay. You got rid of the artifact threat. How are you going to block the flyer? And that's the thing, opponent. You're not going to block the flyer. Can't block the flyer. Because you're tapped out of mana. And you don't have reach right now. And for that, opponent, well, we're just going to kill you with an artifact anyway. Pact Altair, my god. You are a fun toy to play with. Good game, opponent. We are 3-2, and ooh, the double Pact Altair. I think I do keep this, crazy enough. We're 3-2. This deck's been a little bit rocky, but I really am enjoying the Pact Altair. And we are playing up against an opponent who seems to really enjoy D&D, and that's super fun. Love that, actually. For those of you who get the reference, Kenku being a bird race, can't really speak, flightless, speechless bird race in D&D. Okay. Things aren't going great with our hands so far, and then Ranger, of course, being a well-known class. Wow, this is rough. We missed the 4th land to Pact Altair on time. We're lacking blue. I should have surveilled. That's fine. We'll take a turn off here. Opponent can tell that we're low on lands. This is brutal. It's going to be embarrassing trying to catch up too. I think we're going to have to double spell. Although I'd love to just get down to Pact Altair. Opponent clearly has something at instant speed. It is not a Spectral Interference here though. They might also have Spectral Interference, but this is a different instant speed effect. Yeah, land and then land. I mean, that works. We have some great cards in hand. Okay, let's see. Opponent, do you have the Spectral Interference too? Or is it just going to be a bounce off? It is a bounce off. So we get hit for 4 and then we gain 1. Nice. So now we have a blocker too. And we've gained back a little bit of our life. Okay. Oh no, whatever shall we do? Nah, I want another Pact Altair out. Opponent playing mono blue. This is interesting. I have not seen a mono blue deck yet. I haven't seen a mono color deck. And if I did, I'd assume it would be green, but this is creative. Let's go ahead and play the Haunted Hellride first. Attack with this Pact Altair, because we need to start doing a little bit of damage. Nice, opponent doesn't do anything. And we'll play out our Midnight Mangler, because it's another blocker for us. There was consideration for Diversion Unit there, but we couldn't activate it at the same time, so I'd rather have it next turn. Another Thopterist. Good card. I mean, do I sideswipe here? They just drew black. Okay, they've unlocked some stuff too. Let's go ahead and play this first. And I think we're going to go ahead and Pact Altair. They can triple block. They can triple block. It's not as good. So we'll start with a sideswipe. Oh, no. I do want to attack though, right? So I guess what I can do is attack with the Midnight Mangler. Pressure them some more. We're okay with this trade, because we no longer have much that we want to be doing. We'll keep up Scrap Compactor and Counterspell. We still have the Hellish Sideswipe. I just think they're going to cast something stronger. Well, now we want to keep up Scrap Compactor for the instant speed against Sky Streak. No blocks. Lot of options here. I think now we attack with the Terror and the Hellride. We can also spin out. We can't just kill the Sky Streak Engineer and not deal with it. They have one card left in hand. This just puts counters. They have one card left. Let's go ahead and attack. Now, I guess they could have maximum overdrive. We've been blown out by that before. But we do have a trick for it too. Okay. Is there a black board wipe? I don't think so. Which makes me want to just go ahead and kill this. And now it's in our graveyard ready for us for when we draw back on track. And they lose out on their turn of mana. We still have our spin up held up. We're in a really good spot here, I think. 2 tricks. They can destroy target artifact. I think we just kill this and apply pressure. They're at 9. Let's go. Alright, opponent. We still have Siphon Fuel to kill their blocker. Good game, opponent. Kenku Ranger had nothing to say about this win. Yeah. You can really tell when the coffee finally hits me and starts taking effect. So we're now 4-2. We had a sketchy keep last time, but it worked out with the Pact Altairs, and I kind of want to do it again. We don't have early play this time. An opponent goes first, which is really scary and really rough. But if we Pact Altair into Pact Altair into Pact Altair, ooh, come on. Pact Altair into Pact Altair into Pact Altair. They mulligan too. I mean, maybe they'll just come right out the gate and beat us down. Look at this. Fire Pet. Fire Avatar. Fiery Sleeves. I'm getting very big mono red vibes. And then Blue Spell. We're good to go. Look at that. And we even drew our 1-drop. Okay. If we can top deck an island right here, I think we'll be doing just fine. An island or, like, the Walking Sarcophagus could be cool. I think if we get Ticket Tortoise, we hold it for turn 3. Oof. I mean, it's something. Hey, opponent, you should surveil. You don't need to attack. Boo. Wow, 3 color, and they automatically have their 3 colors. That's pretty great. Alright, let's wait for them to attack. They have no clue what's going on. Yeah, we'll take that action. It wouldn't kill a Pact Altair. No, there's consideration to maybe doing that on their turn so that they wouldn't maximum overdrive. But I think this is worth it. I like your Pact Altair. Could I have one? I'm really excited for this. Look at this. They used a removal spell. They attack. We cast a Pact Altair. They used another removal spell. We cast another Pact Altair. This is ridiculous. Oh, that's a good card. I think here we're just going to Aether Siphon this. As much as I'd like to cast another Pact Altair, that's just it is a scary and strong card. And we do need to apply pressure. Yeah. They are going to try to level up their speed, and that would get them to level 4 fairly quickly. Owie. I don't have the double white. That's unfortunate. Now, 2 Pact Altairs does block with your Super Serpent. But kind of. Let's attack. They take the block. Okay. I didn't think they would, but we'll take those. We have another one. I guess we'll let them deal 5 to us. Opponent cannot believe what's going on right now. They're in shock. Maybe there's consideration to have left the Walking Sarcophagus up so we can chump, but they can make it unblockable if they really wanted. I think here it's fine to just push a little damage. Yeah, they know things aren't going great. They're hoping they can outdraw us. We're 1 island away from Hull Drifter. We still have another removal spell in hand. I'm not worried. Interesting that it tapped their blue and their black. Wow, that's also really scary. They're fully a mill deck. Okay. Well. Let's deal some damage. Okay. Yeah, now they're tapping correctly. Alright, they can mill us again. That's pretty good. Nice, we have the 3-drop. I think here we attack for... No, we just kill it. And we can back on track it next turn if we want to draw some more cards. That's fine. Because now we get in for 6. Okay. We get in for 3. Another? No. Okay, yeah. Mill. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. That will be enough to Pact Altair and to back on track another Pact Altair. Which will take them down to 3. Ooh, gross. Okay, opponent. See what you got. Do you have a way to gain life? We have 4 attackers. We have an artifact in hand, which will drain you for 2 currently. You can mill us for 11. Or for 11, which leaves us 4 cards left in the deck. Alright. Draw 2. You can reanimate any of your artifacts. You have a Pact Altair, which gains you life. Alright, 4 blockers. Wow. Another Pact Altair into the bin. They have to attack, right? To gain the life. But by attacking, that leaves them with 1 less blocker. And so then can we just get in? Yeah, because they had to crew it with 2 creatures. I mean, I think we take 6 here. They'll have 1, 2, 3 blockers. I think that's fine. I think that's lethal. Okay. We also drew a Siphon Fuel, which is kind of fun. But I believe this is enough. That is Diversion Unit, Siphon Fuel backup, and again, double Pact Altair. Stupid deck. We are 5-2 and we cracked the code on how to play this deck. The trick is to not mulligan because you're missing your colors. Don't mulligan because you don't have early plays. Only mulligan if you don't have Pact Altairs in hand. Fortunately, this is a really good hand. I think we're going to go ahead and keep this, but man, 3 Pact Altairs in hand and 3 swamps, and then just some random card, and we win games. That card is a monster. An absolute beater. We're going to start off with swamp in case we top deck spin out our double black card. We'll go with Wretched Doll in case they don't have a blocker, so we can start hitting them for 3. Sad. We'll go with Diversion Unit next. Again, we want to start being aggressive, I think. We have found the key card in this deck. No blocks. That's fine. They will get some life over some time, but that's okay. Hit them. Next turn we can Haunted Hellride, hold up Diversion Unit, or Haunted Hellride and Slide Swipe if we so choose. We are not blocking the Prowlcatcher Specialist. Ah, they have removal. Sad. Opponent's also just going for it. I mean, this works. Hit them for free. Yeah, not much else to do there. Oh, they also have a Pact Altair. Fun. But, I mean, ours is just, we just have a better card. I could have waited until their next turn to see if they were going to do anything better. That might have been smart, considering they have been using their mana fairly efficiently so far. Okay, we lose our removal spell. But they don't seem to have much of anything at the moment. And again, used up their mana. Happy to see Ripclaw Ring. I guess it's because they have the Pact Altair. Some decent uncommons. Deck doesn't seem overly powerful though. We do need to hit something good actually. So we're going to go ahead and Surveil. Wow. I mean, yeah. I guess we'll take Siphon Fuel up first, just in case they make us remove it. Do we want to swing at them for 3? No, let's swing with diversion unit. In the air, not much they can do about this, which is nice. They can deal 2 damage to us, and then gain 4, which is important to note. They're at 13 or at 16, realistically. It's a much closer race than it looks. They've been starved for red this whole time. Huh. I think we take 4. I think we take 4, and we'll siphon. No, because we want to take 4 another turn. Maybe this was a mistake. We'll see, they still have 2 cards in hand. Oh, again, maximum overdrive. Are we gonna do this to get rid of, trade off our 2 creatures for their 2 creatures, and then we Pact All Terror and we have nothing, but they have a double striker, and then we siphon fuel, and we're both top decking. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. We reset our board, but good news, we have Pact All Terror. That was rough. That was rough. No secret about that. That was hard. They attack here with Pace Setter Paragon, and then they're going to hold up their Momentum Breaker and their Outpace Oblivion. Just in case. Never mind, they're going to just straight up go for it. That's fine. No blocks. Ow. Ow. I guess they hold those for the end, just to make sure that we, Guess what, opponent? They could double block. I don't think it's worth it. We'd rather blow them out. Opponent is notably top decking. Wow, that's horrific. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they have Pedal to the Metal. Okay, so that's 4, 5. They can deal 5 additional damage. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 5 is 11. I think that's fine. Just until we can burn a rocket. Even better. Here I thought it was worst case scenario. That's so okay. Because now we can keep up the siphon fuel and we're good to go. Now if they top deck something, are we in trouble? It's a 3-1. If they top deck something to attack with it, we'll take 6. Yeah, if they top deck something to crew it, we take 6, and we also, if they top deck a removal spell, we're in a bit of trouble too. Yeah, a little risky of a position. Had we blocked there, though, we would have lost to one of the Pact All Terrors to the Walking Sarcophagi. Let's go ahead and block like this. I don't want to take 3 because, again, we're in a bad position otherwise. Let's go ahead and knock them out. Excuse my mic bump. And opponent, good game. I feel very comfortable hitting them down to 1. Let's play out our swamp. What do you have? Can it crew the burner rocket? I mean, that's not bad. All things considered. All things considered. That is one of their better draws. It's not a good draw, though. They can only deal 3 to us. Oh, why are you attacking? What? Good game, opponent. Pact All Terror. Card can't be beaten. Card cannot be beaten. And you may find yourself sitting on a bench feeding the pigeons, and you might ask yourself, how did I get here? 6-2. Incredible. This deck, this stupid Pact Altera. As long as we keep Pact Altera, I feel like we can't lose. This is a bad hand. What are we gonna do though? You know, we have a 1 into a 2, and then we just need to draw lands. I guess we keep. It's like, we don't have many options there. We have a 2-drop. We have a removal spell if we hit one more land. Oof, need to hit one more land. We have our rare now. That's fun. How did I get here? We're facing up against the mighty PPC 1975. I don't know. Deck was not doing super great. Added in one more Siphon Fuel, took out the Gear Seeker Serpent. We've been doing just fine, relying on Pact Altera. Wow, that is rough. And so far, we're hanging in there. Missing that land drop might be a nail in the coffin. But I'm optimistic. Hopeful we'll draw what we need. Boosted Sloop, okay. Opponent has not been playing super aggressively at all, so that's nice too. Let's go ahead and get our speed up a bit. Very thankful we drew that land. We need more lands and Pact Alteras, but you know, one step at a time. One step at a time. We had a game where we were almost milled out. Wow, this has been quite the day. This is everything I wanted. I'm very happy. Quick draft, kind of. I guess the point of it is to let you force archetypes you don't always get to play. And while we didn't get a Haunt the Network, I'm really enjoying playing the blue-black. Here we are looking for the trophy. Ooh, 3-4. They're gonna attack with their 3-3. And a 2-1. Are they gonna attack with their 3-3? They should for the boosted sloop trigger. Oh, they can attack with both, yeah. It's bonkers. Yeah, go for it, opponent. See, I'd like to hold up the Scrap Compactor for boosted sloop, but I feel like we gotta play out the Thopter Fabricator. No blocks. Can't. Has menace. Alright, at least we drew another land. Yeah, we just gotta play this out. Now we have a blocker. That's pretty nice. And we can hold up removal. We are at 4 mana. If we draw one more, Siphon Fuel is online, as is Hull Drifter, which is pretty nice. 2 of our stabilizing cards, and also the top end of our deck. But TBH would not mind just drawing Pact Altera into Pact Altera into Pact Altera. Those are also pretty good cards. Opponent is looking at what we got. Yeah, any form of interaction, we're going to be pretty far behind here. Missing that second land drop was rough. Or third land drop, excuse me. But we're holding our own. Ouch. Yeah. You can deal. Kill either of my creatures. Do it. Hurt me. Bounce Off would anyway be able to hit Thopter Fabricator, so it's okay for us to be able to crew here. Sad. Can't counter it. I guess. Can I counter it? No, I can't click that to sacrifice it. Brutal. I don't think it would matter. I think it gets the 1/1 counter regardless. Wow. I mean, they've got some attackers. All right, you know, I literally asked for this, so it's kind of my fault. Do I attack with the 4/4? I don't think I can. I think we have to play a bit defensively until we can get Siphon Fuel available. Because if we attack with the 4/4, they're going to swing back at us for 6, 7, 8, 9. God, that's rough. Yeah, we want to be able to kill the boosted sloop here. potentially, because it's going to let them filter their hand continuously. Boomobile is a problem, but we're hoping the 1 more mana for Siphon Fuel can just take care of that. Although it's only for creatures, notably. That's cool. They have started their engines. I feel like this card can be so cool. I just have yet to see it actually work. I don't know. Hopefully opponent will give us a masterclass in it. They have a sick deck. Boosted Sloop, the Marauding Mako, Grease Wrench Goblin. I don't know if Memory Guardian fits in this, but Clamorous Ironclad's pretty sick. Hit us for 6. Ow. Yeah. Like I said, these are going to become problems. We have to take this. There's too much value with the Hull Drifter, there's too much value with the Siphon Fuel, we're missing 1 land, and then we'll be in this. Oh, that hurts so much. God, dealing 3 damage to anything just doesn't even do it here. Okay, we'll hit max speed. We have a 3/3. 2 mana 3/3 is not bad, but you know, it's not good. Now at least we can block the Boomobile somewhat profitably. Slow them down a bit more, but they're still drawing and discarding each turn. Or with each attack. We're 1 land away from unlocking our whole deck. Realistically, we're 2 lands away for the Scrap Compactor. That's gonna hurt. Okay, opponent. Thankfully, Outpace Oblivion does not deal damage to us. Yeah. I mean, we would just be creating 1 Thopter. Okay. Let's have them kill the Fabricator. They'll be able to start getting in with Memory Guardian, though. Oh, man. Yeah, not a great situation here. But we gotta do what we can. Okay. Can't cast it. Beautiful. Pass. An unfortunate way for our trophy game to go. Opponent has a cool deck too. They can cycle in response too for us to try to kill the Mako. I think that's what we have to kill here. Okay. Yeah. We'll do it with the Boosted Sloop trigger on the stack. Just before that becomes more of a problem. Do they have a cycling card? Of course they do. That is rough. That is so rough. Do we take 6 here? I just don't know if we can. I think we need to take trades wherever we can get them. Oh my god. They had everything. All the tricks. All the tricks. All the tricks. Would have loved to punish any of that. Oh, thanks. You're like a little too late. I want a Hull Drifter so that we can try to draw a bit more. I don't think we have time to draw. I think we actually... Yeah, maybe I should have killed the Marauding Reiko right now. They have way too much. Because yeah, this can't kill Mako anymore. Because they can Grease Wrench Goblin in response. I think the game's lost, but we can try. We've just Mako's outpaced us entirely. We can spin it out. That's fair. Three. Here they might Grease Wrench Goblin to try to save it. We're in a very rough spot regardless. Yeah, that's fine. So it'll still just trade. Yeah, that the third land drop that we missed really did it for us. Do they have another cycling card? Another cycling card and I'll concede. I'll do it. I'll do it. We haven't seen it. Or we saw one of our Pact Alteras, which they killed. Yeah, I don't wanna. That's insane. That's actually ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. Yeah, Magmican Artillerist kills us. Oh man. Alright. The deck did fine. We went 6-3 to the finals. Started off kind of poorly, but we made it back in there. The Siphon Fuels were integral to stabilizing, which is a shame because it would have been way nicer if we could have had just one or two more spinouts instead. That way we would have the removal earlier on. Our Thopter Fabricator, as I said, just never popped off. It is a 4/4 with Crew 2, which isn't bad as a flyer. Walking Sarcophagus actually did a lot more in that game than I thought it would, with Ticket Tortoise as well, making us treasure that one time for the win. Grimbauble is great, and the Pact Altera is just, what a card. Absolutely incredible card. The Supreme Verdict is, again, I need more early drop plays. As much as we can rely on the Pact Altera, I think even in a slower format like this one, it's so important to jockey for board position earlier on in the match. And in that sense, I need to prioritize making sure I either have plenty of cheap removal to get myself there, such as the spinouts and bounce-offs and Grimbaubles, or I need to have early game plays to get me until the late game removal, like the Siphon Fuels, which unfortunately just doesn't hit some of those bigger cards, like a Mako that's gone out of control, or a Tarion. It is what it is. We got lucky, too, in our games. We didn't see too many big green monsters, and in the ones that we did, we were able to Pact Altera out a lot earlier. Overall, I think the deck played great. I think it was a lot of fun going for Haunted Hellride, leading us into this blue-black monstrosity of Pact Altera. It's a really fun card. I highly recommend you play with it if you have a chance. I'm getting more and more into Aristocrats in general this year. That's been a goal of mine, so this was a really fun introduction to it in Limited. But with that, that is our gameplay, that is our deck. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. Hey you! Yeah, you! You should watch another video. That one. Yeah, click that one right there.